time here, 33-30. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. A 1-minute timeout. This is WRMH basketball. Blue Devil, and it's wild. The all-tournament team is being introduced for the girls. Two from the Southwest Patriot girls, Lady Patriots. One from the Southeast Warriors. And one from the Central Chargers, Lady Chargers. All of the young ladies here. Girls basketball is just as big as boys basketball, and we'd like to thank all of you people in Pearl River County for sending your fine young men over here to participate in our tournament. And we hope to have them return next year. 33-30, our halftime score. The Greene County Tigers lead the Blue Devils. And we'll try to let you know who's on the all-tournament team. As we told you from the Blue Devils, I already know about Mark Montgomery. The reason I know about him is because I had to find out at least one of them before we went on the air so that I'd be able to tell you, because I am not sure what the time schedule will be like immediately following the game. One thing that looms as a possibility, even as we speak, just like last night, is an overtime.
Well, you know, last night, that game, last night basketball game was one of those kind of games that you never want to end. You know, it's so exciting. I think we had at least one slam in that game. We had a couple block shots. We had 3-pointers. We had one half court desperation shot to go in, but it didn't count. We had some everything in last night's basketball game. Very exciting, and I wanted another overtime simply because, hey, it was one of those great games, but you can't go on forever. But a game of that magnitude is just a shame that somebody has to lose in a case like that. But, you know, you look down at this Greene County team, the team that Pearl River Central is facing here tonight. I think that they've done a good job on Javis Brown. You know, Brown came in here, his first tournament game a couple of days ago, had 27 points, 20-some rebounds, and of course last night his coach indicated, his coach Alan Richardson said that, well, you know, his point productivity and his rebounding kind of slumped a bit, but his team still was able to come away with a W. So the thing he wants Javis Brown to do is put those numbers up in this basketball game that he put up the first game. But so far, I think Pearl River Central with that 3-2 zone, and they flip-flop it around and play a 2-3 every once in a while by changing their defense and rotating to Javis Brown. I think they've kind of held him in check, and I think that's one of the reasons they're in this ball game. But Greene County is also guilty of the same thing that Pearl River Central is guilty of, and that's missing a lot of easy post-up shots inside, and also they've turned the ball over. Each team turning it over 6 times here in the first half. That's not too bad for turnovers.
Well, I think a good defensive effort also by Mitchell. Mitchell, although he has 3 fouls in the first half, has really done a good night's work on stopping Brown. He's a couple of inches shorter than Brown, and Mitchell has been able to keep position, keep a body on him, keep him away from that bucket, and that's one of the reasons why the Blue Devils only trail by 3.
You know, the other thing I'm quite sure, too, is that, you know, talking to Coach Alan Richardson before this basketball game, and he was telling me that, you know, this Pearl River Central team really impressed him a lot, basically because they were able to overcome a physical ball club like the Northeast Raiders last night, and they fought and was down by as many as 14 points and were able to come back and win this basketball game. And he says it creates a feeling that no matter how many points you're up in this contest, even though you would like to be up by at least 14, which is what the Raiders were up by last night, you never feel safe because this team will keep on until they get back in the basketball game. We've already pointed out they were down by as many as 10 points this first half, and they fought back to within 3 points. So you're not safe, and I guess you can attribute that to the never dying style of Pearl River Central.
We'll be back in just 1 minute. We're live at the first annual Northeast Eastside Optimus Holiday Basketball Tournament. This is Blue Devil basketball, and we're live on WRMH.
Marvin Seal and all the...